I went to the San Diego Chargers game yesterday, out in the goddamn rain. Actually had a pair of binoculars. Who brings binoculars to? Who even owns binoculars? You know who owns them? Perverts, bird watchers, and nerds who get upper deck tickets to a fucking playoff game in the rain. And I go to put this thing up to my eye, and the right lens was completely blown out, which I didn't realize, because when you look through binoculars, you don't squint one eye, you open both. And you don't realize that one of the lenses is fucked up until you get that migraine headache right above your fucking right orbital eye. And you realize that half your binoculars are blown out. I actually had a real shit time at the game yesterday. Not only was it raining, this fucking guy behind us spilled a whole drink on my buddy. Spilled a whole drink on him. And we turn around, and we're like, dude, what the fuck? And he's just all amped up. What? I don't give a fuck. It's the Chargers. Go Chargers. And he's jumping around like a fucking drunk Paul Rodriguez. We got him back, though. What we did was, at the end of the game, my buddy accidentally shook up a beer and poured it on him at the end of the game. And then two more of his friends jumped down. And then, almost in like Mexican a cappella, they were all going, what? What the fuck? Fucker? So, you know, it was 3-on-2 at that point, and I'm looking at two of them. You could tell two of them, they weren't going to do anything. It was the dude with the short black hair. I'm like, I got to worry about this guy. And, of course, he was the guy in front of me. Then, all of a sudden, I was really drunk at this point. So it's kind of, you know, when you get so drunk you can't remember the whole thing, it sort of becomes like a slideshow. Like it's like, and we're watching the game. Shonk, shink, hey, and now we're pouring a drink on somebody. And now there's three people yelling at us, right? It was one of those deals. So we're sitting there, you know, two cultures coming together, sharing how they both tell each other to go fuck themselves. You know, oh, that's how you say go fuck yourself? This is how I say it. This is great. Let's all have a group hug in the end, right? So all of a sudden this shaved head dude comes over. I guess he was the voice of reason. He looked to be about 50, and he just sits down, and he just kept going, guys, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Guys, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. As we're going, fuck you, you motherfucker. And they're going, what? What, fucker? What? And I don't know. So then somehow it was the typical guy standoff where, like, nothing happens. Like, you ever watch, like, on the Discovery Channel when, like, a baboon tries to take over the other baboon's pride so he can fuck all the other baboons? And they get you all amped up for it as you're watching the Discovery Channel. Oh, wow, you know, the head baboon's going to fight the upstart baboon. And there's just a whole bunch of yelling. And they scurry around. There's a little bit of dust. And in the end of it, nothing really fucking happens. That's basically what happened, right? So whatever. He accidentally spilled one on us. We accidentally on purpose spilled one on him. Now we're even. So next thing you know, we're walking out of the stadium, which, by the way, is one of the ugliest, most hideous hunks of shit I've ever seen in my life. I thought the Dallas Cowboys Stadium on the outside was one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. The inside was cool, but the outside is ugly. But San Diego Chargers, man, Jesus Christ. Can somebody get those poor people a new stadium? It looks like a fucking overpass. It's all concrete. It's all like, looks like a big on-ramp. It's just horrific. And I actually felt bad for them. You know? Then I realized their only other option is the San Diego Padres, so they're probably happy with it, so I probably shouldn't even bring it up. So, you know, if anybody from San Diego is listening to this, just kind of cup your ears. So anyway, so we come stumbling out of our upper deck tickets, me and my broken binoculars, and we come walking out, and all of a sudden the security just stops us, right? You know, the guys in the yellow coats. And I'm like, what? I thought we were going to get arrested. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I look over, and those same three guys who were talking about all this stuff that they were going to do to us, they somehow morphed into like these 8-year-old children. And they were pointing at us going, they threw beer on us. They threw beer on my friend. Like they were 8. And it was like this clap of thunder when they did it, where all the fear of getting arrested just went away. And as the security guard is sort of semi manhandling me and yelling at me, I didn't even hear it anymore. I just looked at the three of them, and I just, in my drunken stupor, almost at a whisper, I just kept repeatedly saying to them, going, "You told on us? Dude, you fucking told on us? You went down? How fucking old are you?" As this guy is going, "You two guys, stand right here, blah, blah, blah," fucking screaming at us. And then just the whole thought that I'm turning 40 this year, and I'm actually in this situation, standing there with broken binoculars, yelling at fucking one Mexican dude and maybe a half a Mexican, and then this fucking white guy with an uneven goatee, right? And I'm just like, how am I in this situation? So long story short, we didn't get arrested, thank God. And those people, they just made us walk down different off-ramps. The whole thing was fucking gay. You know what? The binoculars, the fact that I actually brought binoculars to a game should have been an omen of what a gay time I was going to have. And I'm not talking about the gay 90s, the 18. I'm talking straight up West Hollywood. It was just fucking gay. So, anyways, what else? So anyways, for those of you these are my podcasts. If you listen for the first time, this is what I do. I just sort of babble. I tell stories, and they're self-deprecating. Most times I'm either lashing out because I feel like I have no power in life, or I just admit that I'm a fucking half a fag with some busted binoculars at a game that I really didn't give a shit about, sitting in the goddamn rain. And meanwhile, guess what happened? Something else broke, unbeknownst to me. I've always wanted to use that word, beknownst. I just, and not being a court of law. While all that shit was going on, evidently I blew a fuse in my apartment. And I came back, and of course, it couldn't be the one that, that turned on the track lighting. Couldn't have been that one. No, it had to be the one that fucking powered the refrigerator. So I came home, and, let's just say Genoa salami without refrigeration really loses its appeal. It was just disgusting. So that's what my day started with. I had to go down to the hardware store, get some fuses, like it was the 1960s, because I live in an old building, because I thought it had character. Oh, I live here. This building has character. You know what else it has, Bill? It has a fucking fuse box from the 1940s. So go get yourself some fuses. You realize I'm actually weak right now from not eating. Okay? Not in an Olsen twin kind of way. In a kind of way where I had to buy some fuses because my fucking refrigerator shit the bed. So I got to get a sandwich or something. Let's actually look in the refrigerator. Let's see what I had in here. Heavy whipping cream. For when I opened my big mouth on Thanksgiving and said I'd make a pie, so that's gone. Hummus. You can forget sour cream. Fuck that. Let's actually take a whiff of this. This is Ralph's Reduced Fat Sour Cream. You're on a low budget when you buy the food made by the grocery store. You can't really tell if sour cream went bad. It kind of smells bad to begin with. It's actually reminded me of that Mexican dude, but not in a fond way, who was behind me at the game. What do we got? Yeah, salami's gone. Oh, I got to recommend this to you. Boar's Head Horseradish Cheddar. You want to take the fucking sandwich up an extra notch? Put that on your salami sandwich, and you fucking smoke it.